trained for the defense of the Alps, Italy's elite mountain troops have lived up to their motto, "From here, no one passes." They are the men of the Alpini. The Italian Alps are one of Europe's most magnificent sights. These majestic mountains separate northern Italy from Austria and Yugoslavia. Italy's crack mountain troops, the Alpini, are the guardians of these rugged peaks. For over a century, the Alpini have upheld a proud tradition of defending their land. They are like no other fighting force in the world. Created in 1872, the Alpini was the brainchild of Captain Giuseppe Domenico Puruchetti. His idea of entrusting men born in the Alpine districts for the defense of the mountain regions was innovative and truly revolutionary.
They were born to be a mountain army. It has been formed basically as a protection of the mountainous border of the Italian state. Therefore, it's composed of only people coming from the mountain areas.
The first troops were valley dwellers who were strengthened by the labors of the mountain. Unpretentious people with a generous heart. Upon their head, they wore the hat with a long black plume that would become their symbol. For these elite Alpini soldiers, wearing the plumed hat is considered the highest honor, an honor bestowed upon Italy's bravest warriors for the past 120 years. With over two-thirds of Italy covered with mountainous regions, the expertise of the Alpini is a vital part of the Italian defense. For these soldiers, strenuous mountaineering exercises are difficult and exhausting, but a part of training in which they excel and love.
The mountains are basically everything to us because it's our natural environment. We feel at home, it's our characteristic. But it's a tough activity. We ski, we rappel, and in the summer we take advantage of the mountains where we can do a lot of climbing.
The mountaineering skill of the Alpini is so highly respected that the U.S. Army periodically sends troops to northern Italy for training. For these American paratroopers who fought in the Gulf War, mountain climbing in the Alps was quite a challenge.
It's a little different from us. We're not used to the climate when we first got here, and we get a little bit more winded than the Alpini soldiers do, but we're dealing with it pretty fine. The Alpini soldiers in this area are very fit in physical condition, and they have been a great asset to us in teaching the techniques they learn here.
The Alpini, they're really disciplined soldiers, physically fit, and they're giving us good training. They're teaching us a lot about different techniques for climbing and mountaineering.
This isn't the first time the Alpini and American soldiers have trained together. Toward the end of World War II, American GIs took mountaineering courses from their former enemies. Having spent a lifetime in the Alps, the Italians were eager to teach their new allies.
Però cambiato perché prima stato 2500 metri, infatti non poteva essere, perché
Today, the Alpini is an integral part of NATO's Allied Mobile Force. As part of this rapid deployment force, the Alpini must be ready to be dispatched at any time and to anywhere.
In sostanza, anche se è difficile oggi ipotizzare.
Even though the threat to our country, that is the threat that an Alpini faces directly, is something not foreseeable in our future, we are still preparing and training for such a conflict. The Alpini, due to their light infantry characteristics, are a corps that is ready to be used, and it could be used at any moment, in any case, in any particular occasion, with multinational forces, with any kind of forces due to their characteristics. That's what makes the Alpini so special.
The specialty of the Alpini is mountain and Arctic warfare. However, the Corps also operates the critical Metamont service. The Alpini provide data and weather forecasts to aid in the impending threat of avalanches and other natural dangers. Computers evaluate the avalanche information from various sites. The different colors represent the level of riskiness of each potential avalanche area.
The red stands for avalanches that take place at least once a year or more than once a year. The green stands for avalanches that take place less or every 10 years. The purple indicates areas that, because of their location, could cause avalanches at any moment.
Over the years, the Metamont service has saved many civilian lives as well as the lives of Alpini troops operating in this dangerous mountain environment.
The Alpinis train exclusively in very special mountain areas. Therefore, they know about the dangerous mountain weather that is not typical for any other forces in Italy. This makes the soldier tougher, makes them more special, and this gives the Alpini, the troops, a special kind of unity, a special sense of togetherness that makes them even more unique. It is very important for us to train outdoors in the mountains, to get used to the special environments, because in case of a war against our country, we need to train in different conditions like this, so that we will be ready to face any challenge.
Arriving from all parts of Italy, these raw recruits are quickly exposed to the reality of military life. After receiving haircuts and uniforms, those striving to become Alpini are issued the traditional feathered hat. For these young men from the mountains, the next year will be a true test, both physically and spiritually.
Noi abbiamo bisogno di soldati che siano appassionati di montagna.
We are looking for young individuals who are passionate by the mountain life and who are willing to sacrifice themselves a little, because mountain life is tough and it requires a little sacrifice day by day.
Due to their high altitude training, the Alpini hold a reputation as being some of the fittest soldiers in the world. Alpini training is divided into 3 phases. In phase 1, the new soldiers undergo basic and specialization training. This includes combat information and tactical knowledge. Phase 1 also includes learning how to use individual weapons. In this exercise, young Alpini fire a rifle using a video camera. When the soldier fires, the camera freezes on the spot where the bullet hits, enabling the soldier to check his accuracy.
Appena più in basso, un po' più alto, centro, fuoco! Piazzola numero 4, così, centro, un po' più alto. La numero 2, un po' più in alto, centro.
In the second phase of training, the Alpini learn how to work as a team. Urban warfare is one of the most difficult types of combat. These young soldiers work together and combine their various skills in order for the operation to be a success.
Alzati! Allora! Allora! Attenzione, fuoco! Dentro!
The second phase ends with a platoon-level exercise in which the soldiers use live ammunition.
Condotto in un ambiente realistico.
It was a very warlike training.
In uno scenario bellico.
The only limitations were that it's an area set up by regulations which has to protect people or give a certain kind of security for the populations living nearby. The actual training took place with real ammunitions, warlike ammunitions, hand grenades, something that would actually take place.
After 4 months of intense training, the soldiers enter the third and final stage. While the first 2 phases represent the same training applicable to all Italian army units, the third phase is structured toward a mountain environment, a world in which the Alpini call home. Today, these soldiers will undergo their first tactical operation. Their mission is to patrol a specific area without detection. If they make contact with the enemy, they are to eliminate the threat and be extracted by helicopter as soon as possible to avoid further contact. While on patrol, silence is the rule. Any slip-up could lead the enemy to their position. Although the training mission starts off well for this group of young Alpini, their inexperience begins to show. They have made a tactical mistake. Caught in the open terrain, they have taken too long to eliminate the enemy sniper. With their cover exposed, the soldiers must make a quick retreat back to the rendezvous point to be airlifted out. Though they've done fairly well in their first mission, each young soldier realizes how fortunate they are that this was only a training exercise. Had it been for real, some of them would not be making the journey home. Perhaps the highest honor among the Alpini conscripts is to be a member of the airborne. The paratroopers are the first to be deployed in any conflict. their duty is to airdrop into areas where the fighting is the fiercest.
For a captain, it's a great honor to lead the Alpini paratroopers, because it combines the characteristics of being paratroopers and of being the Alpini. It's a great honor for him to be an Alpino paratrooper, because very few kids get the chance to do this. And for him, in addition, he comes from a family where everybody served in the Alpini, and so for him to be an Alpino paratrooper means something more.
The spirit of supreme sacrifice and honor can be found at the Alpini National Museum. The names of 205 gold medal recipients for military valor are located here. Stories of bravery are passed from generation to generation. The young men who join this elite military force learn quickly that traditions are the livelihood of the Alpini units. One of the most remarkable achievements in Alpini history occurred at the beginning of World War I. In a true test of endurance, bravery, and will, Alpini troops carried a 149mm cannon 3,300 meters up to the summit of Mount Adamello. It was an amazing feat, considering the icy terrain and obstacles involved. The huge gun, which the Alpinis affectionately named Hippopotamus, was fired from altitudes never reached before in military history. Every year, thousands of retired military representatives climb to the summit of Mount Adamello to honor the soldiers who fought and died on these peaks.
The mountain background makes the Alpini have a special kind of unity that is not present in the other forces. Especially these people have probably the ancestors, the fathers, the grandfathers who have served in the Alpini before. And this gives the Alpini, the troops, a special kind of unity, a special sense of togetherness that makes them even more unique.
The National Alpini Association, founded in 1919, has over 300,000 members. The association keeps the traditions of the Corps alive and well, preserving the magnificence and glory of the Alpinis in order to strengthen the brotherhood of the Alpine troops. Every year, 200,000 black plumes march past an appreciative audience. The parade lasts for 6 hours, presenting an impressive spectacle.
He's serving in a proud corps, in an interesting corps, in a tough corps, a corps where there's a lot of unity and where there's a lot of national spirit. He said it's probably the best way to serve the year of national service.
To be the commander of all Alpini is something that I feel inside myself, that I feel in my soul because I was born in Alpini. You develop the Alpini spirit throughout your career as an officer in the Alpini forces, and becoming the commander is a privilege that very few can have.
Born for the defense of the Alps, Italy's elite mountain troops have lived up to their motto, "From here no one passes." These breathtaking mountains are the home, spirit, and soul of one of the world's most unique fighting forces, the men of the Alpini.
Montagne Later tonight, see more of the great fighting machines of World War II. Our Discovery Profile Series presentation continues at 10 Eastern with a look at some of the conflict's aircraft. But now, firepower. Next.